best way to explain it to people who aren't really familiar with blogs, for example, is that you're already doing a lot of this stuff in email and in IM and with other websites, even sometimes on paper with family newsletters. And what we want to do is kind of have the best solution that combines all of this sort of things. You know, I can post to my VOX with my camera phone, and I can write a post just through the web interface. But it's something more than that. It's kind of figuring out when you want to communicate and to who, and what's the best form of to use. And it's just like with email. It's an easy explanation to say, email. When you write an email, you don't say, I have this client and I specifically do this, and that can only be what I do. Sometimes you write to a friend. Sometimes you write to a spouse. Sometimes you do a mailing list or a company-wide, list with 100, 200 people on it. So blogging should be the same way, and that's what we're doing with VOX.
People talk about the Web 2.0 world a lot, and Web 2.0 is, in our model, is this idea of all these very open web services and APIs and very complex stuff that Ben and our engineers love to play with. But the fact is users don't really care about APIs. They want to see a video. They want to see photos. And if they want their photos on PhotoBucket or on Flickr, if they want a video on iFilm or on YouTube, they want to know that they can bring it into their blog and write about it. Or another thing that users love to do is write about the media, the books they just read, the DVDs they just saw, and the CDs that they just bought. And we wanted to make it easy that if you're going to write about the new CD that just came out, that you can grab it from Amazon, stick it in your blog, and it's there. And that you don't have to go to Amazon for that. You can do that because Amazon does build APIs and does have web services. You can bring that right into your blog, and it's there, and it's formatted nicely, and the author and the cover and all the different aspects of it is available to you in the same way that a YouTube or a Flickr, iFilm or iStock Photo, and it's just all these wonderful services, and we want to make sure that users can, without having to spend a lot of time and effort, immediately bring them into their blog. So one of the things I think that was very important about VOX, and since this company was founded by designers, that it had to look good. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would say that. But more importantly, VOX certainly has a kind of look and feel that's supposed to really communicate that it's fun. The themes that we have in VOX, and this is actually the first time we've really gone this wild with having themes that have tons of personality.
Well, I think one of the fun things for us about VOX has been this ability to change the theme to match the photos. I mean, you were just in Utah, and for a week all of your themes were cactuses and deserts, and I know I love to take pictures of martinis, and I love to drink the martinis, and I always switch my theme to a martini, which you designed. It's very nice. Every time I do that, or actually we've been in New York and traveling a lot.
We do cityscapes.
We always change to the city that we're in or the travel themes, and it's fun because by playing around with the theme, you don't get engaged in this is my look, and I spend a lot of time, and
it's more just what appeals to you at that moment,
yeah.
And I don't think anybody has really done that in the way that we're doing with VOX. Where
social media to date has been about acquiring large amounts of people, and how many friends do I have? How can I collect a large number of people? And while that sometimes is valid, I think there's an equally valid reason to use social networking tools to block people out and to say, I only want a certain small group of people to see it. And some of the things that we do naturally, a book club or sort of a sports team that we're close to, is really about bringing a small group of people together and communicating with just them in a way that maybe you're more free to than if you were talking to a larger group of people. And so we thought we could build a tool with VOX that would enable a much more intimate discussion amongst people that you care about and people who care about the things you're saying. And by having more of a closed social network, that you would be more free to be social.